Okay, so we have our grades table, and then we also have like this error message. I'm getting a 500 error. What would that make you think is happening? There's a 500 error. There's a 500 error. $500 error is what? If it starts with server, yeah, if it starts with a 5, it's a server error. Just a basic 500 error, that's, yeah, like our server's not up. So I need to start my server. So if you ever see a 500 error, the first place you want to go look at is your terminal where your server's running, and try to find the error there. Cool. So we have a grades page that takes forever because we have a lot of users and grades. And this gets all of our users, and it gets their score on a particular skill. We have a users page right now that just grabs all of our users. And then we have a skills page that grabs all of our skills. Cool. So let's go ahead and let's do like, and you know, since what I'm gonna do, just cause like I wanted to get that seeds file, like that loader working, but now I don't really want to wait forever for that loader. So I'm actually going to go to my seeds file and make that a lot smaller. So I don't have to wait like 5 seconds. So I'm just going to make my database a little smaller, like 10 times smaller. And then I'm going to do a Rails DB seed. What's this? Okay, so that's a lot quicker. It's like a second now. So we have a users page, we have a skills page. Let's just do another page. And we could do this on our users and skills page. But what I want to do, I'm just kind of doing some demos here. Let's say I want to add a grade. Like I want to add a new grade to the database. There's a couple ways I could do this. You know, I could go to my users page and like say like add grade for a given user. Or I could go to my skills page and then I could like go find a user for a particular skill and then add the grade. So that would work too. But for this one, let's just create a new page. And I'm just going to call this, I'm going to have a link here for a new grade. It's going to just be our form. And let's go ahead and do that. So to get this set up in React, just do what we normally do. So I'm going to go to my pages. I'm going to call this new grade.js. I'm just going to go and copy my home because I just want to get this route set up really quick and just test it. So this is my new grade component. And then I could go to my nav bar. You know what? Let's actually change this. Let's make a render routes function. So notice how these are all the same, right? Or similar. I have like a link, and I need to give it a 2, and then like a title. So what I'm going to do up here is I could just like define my routes. And I'm going to do these as objects. So I'm going to do a path name and then like a title. So what else do I have? I have grades. And then the title is going to be grades. I have users. Users. Skills. And skills. So now if I want to come add a path, I can just do it here. So I want to add one to, I'm going to call this new grade. Let's do underscore new underscore grade. And the title for this one's going to be new grade. So now in this render routes function, I can just do my routes.map. Go through each route and return a link. And actually, I'm going to just destructure right here. Instead of calling this route, I'm going to just destructure this object. So I have a path name and I have a title right there, because that's what my objects are going to look like. So now I can go to path name. That equals path name. And right here, do this as title. I can turn that. And then in my menu, I can just render routes. Oh, this is a class. This dot render routes. And I need location up in this render routes function. Let's see if that worked. Okay. So that's up in the nav bar. That's useful. So now I need to just go to my app.js and come down here. Now, something else I could do. Let's actually see these routes. Let's go ahead and let's do this. I'm going to create a new file. routes.js. I'm just going to take what I have here and throw it right here. I'm going to export this. And then in my navbar, instead of defining this here, I can import routes from, where is that? I think I need to go back. No, wait, yes, I do. I need to go back. Pages, routes. Okay, let's just refresh to make sure that didn't break anything. Cool. So now I just have this routes file that's just exporting this object. What if I were to do something like this? Components equals home. I want to import home from here. Import home. Oh, sorry, I need to do it like this. Component here would be grades. Component here. Oh, user. Did I call that user list loader? Sure. Skills. Component. Skills. Component. New grade. Okay, so now my app.js, I'm going to, let's just comment those out for now. And here I'm going to do a render routes. And once again, I'm going to import routes from that pages/routes. Let's do routes.map route. I'm just going to do this in one line. Route, and then we're going to grab our route components. Just copy this one so we have an example. So we'll render our route. Our component will be route dot component. Our path will be route dot path name. And then let's just like render routes here. And then I need to return this. Render routes is not defined. Need to make that a const. And there we go. Let me Slack out the new app file. I just want to show you a different way to do this. It's not like you have to do it this way. Just kind of looking at different ways to do things. The routes file. One of the nice things about this is like, maybe I want to change the URL. I just change it in one spot here, grade yo. And then it changes the URL, and it's also going to change the path name and the to. And then like, let's say I come in and add another component, like another page. Let's just call this demo.js. Just copy my home. Demo. All I need to do now is just add it to this routes file. Demo. And then import demo here, demo. And voila, it's up there. I think this can be a little, like working with JSON or like objects, this can be a little easier, I think. So if you have, I would say it's like this, if you're going to have like a complicated navigation system, then you would want to like do something like this where you busted out your routes and stuff into a separate file. If you just have a couple components, then I think you're fine leaving stuff inside of just your app component. So now I can get rid of all of these unused imports. Just clean that up a little bit. Cool. So yeah, we're back on this new grade component. So what I want to have happen here is I want to load all my users and all of my skills. So maybe I can get like 2 drop downs where I can select the user, I can select the skill, and then add a grade. I don't know if that's like the best UX for this, but let's just say that's someone wants that feature. So let's do that. So new grade, I'm gonna grab use state and use effect. And let's do const users, set users. And let's do skills and set skills. Let's do our use effect. I'm just going to call this get data. It's going to be async. Let's do our try catch. Res. So I'm actually going to be doing 2 Axios calls inside of here. Await Axios.get. Because I know I have this use Axios on mount, but actually now I can't use this really because actually I want to show this without the Axios on mount. We could use the Axios on mount here, but let's just show this without it. I kind of want to just show doing 2 Axios calls in one line. So Axios.get /API/users. And then user data, or this will be, sorry, skill res. API/skills. Let's do a console.log there. And do a console.log users res and skills res. And I'm just going to throw a lot of console.logs inside of here. So this is after user res, before skills. API. And this is before user. When working with async code like this, console.logs can be useful because they'll kind of show you where you're pausing and when you're stopping. So let's refresh this. So we have our before users, then after users, and then we log our data. Now, since we don't have a lot of data, this is happening quick, but really what's happening is our code is stopping right here. Now, do we want that to happen? It's not like, I mean, can you kind of like think of maybe what the benefit is, or the maybe not the benefit? What if this call takes like 10 seconds and this one takes 1 second? If we await, what we're doing is this await keyword is blocking the code. So we are awaiting for this to finish. So code stops right here. Do we need user res data with this Axios call? Yeah, not really. So we could like send these off at the same time. So let's just show you that example. I'm going to create a get data one. Maybe I can get rid of some of these logs. So I'm just going to show you how to like fire them off at the same time. So I'm going to do a, oh man, let's see if I remember the syntax for this. It's going to be an axios.all call. And then that I give it in an array. So if that's an array, I need a comma there. And then let's do, I think this, let's just see what this is, object. Oh, wait. Oh, these are not defined. What? I'm going to get rid of this comment. Actually, I'm not going to have these inside of, I'm going to get rid of those. Assigning the variable, and I'm going to do that get data one. And I need to, so I got the promise pending. So I need to put my await keyword here. And see how this object coming back. The first thing is going to be my users. The second thing is going to be my skills. It's going to be that second thing in the array. So this would be like set users object dot, or object, the first thing, set skills object of one. Now this is going to await for all of these to finish. So we're still going to pause right here and await for all of them to finish. We're just going to send them off at the same time. This one, we send them off, we wait for one, and then we wait for the other. I'm fine with you sticking with just this way, even if you don't need to like do it. I kind of just wanted to, I think when working with asynchronous code, it's just kind of starting to get you to think about these kind of things. So you're very much okay just sticking with this line. I'll just leave a comment here like, fire off both Axios calls, but still calls like kind of at the same time essentially. But still we wait for them to finish. So here I could do this user res dot. Oh, this is probably going to be object one dot data. Get rid of these. Okay, so there we could set users, and here we could set skills. refresh that. Sorry, set skills. Set, I keep on spelling that wrong, set skills. Oh my gosh, how many spelling errors can I have? Set skills, set users. There we go. And then yeah, get data.one works as well. Cool. So there's two demos with our async and Axios. So.
You said you can use the Axios hook with this, or you can't?
Oh, you want to try? Yeah. So no, we could, because what we could do also is, and let's just for like let's just for demo paragraph, let's just do some logs here. Users dot length, just so we can see that we're actually getting some data. Skills. Skills dot length. Okay. So that's getting set. But yeah, let's do our use Axios hook. So const, let's grab data. Let's call this users yo. So it has a different name than this one. And then we can have our loading. Now this one I do want to kind of rename because I'm going to have two of these. Users loading and error. I'm not even going to pull the error off. I don't really care about it right now, but I could pull the error off and grab that. So let's grab our use Axios on mount / API / users. We could do the same thing here with our skills. Yo, and I'm going to call this skills loading. So this is nice. This is where it's nice to rename stuff, right? I have to, if I want to use both of these, just use Axios on mount, I have to rename these because I can't have two variables called data. And same thing with loading. So I destructure them, but then I rename them. And then down here, yeah, now I could like, you know, do a little ternary. I could do like users loading question mark. Just say loading. If not, I can get my user data dot length. What did I call it? Users yo. And same thing with skills. Users loading. Skills loading. And then skills yo dot length. So here's my data from my use effect, and here's my data from my use Axios on mount. So
you need to change your URL on the second Axios or use Axios on mount.
Thank you. So skills. Let's refresh. I mean, that loading's there pretty quick, but I could see it loading, and there we go.
I have a question on get data one.
Yeah.
On line let's see, 35 and 36. Do you need the await in front of both those Axios calls if you have await in front of Axios
Oh,
at all?
no, I do not. Let's fix that. Sorry, yeah, I copied and pasted those, so. And yeah, let's just test that out, get data one. Refresh. What did I do there? I'm gonna change that back just to make sure I didn't. Okay, what did I, because it seems like my error is coming from here. Cannot read property length of, cannot read properties of null. Reading length. So this line right here, it's saying it's line 51. All right, I don't know what's going on there. So get data one's working. That wasn't the issue. It is with this one. Oh, let's get rid of this. Oh, wait. Okay, still this line, skills loading.
Line 11 is skilled S.
Oh, yeah, skills. Line 11, I missed an S right there. Thank you. Why is that not? Okay, so now let's uncomment that out. There we go. Let me slack this out. This is like a good little, I could just good little demo of like different ways to do this. So kind of loading multiple things on mount, doing more than one Axios call on mount. So yeah, this way, like I would say use this way if like you need the data for, you know, subsequent. I don't know how to spell subsequent API calls. Like where you can await for each one. And this one, like, you know, use this way if, you know, you don't really care. Use this way if you just need to get the data and they don't depend on each other. Or you could just use your Axios on mount hook. Because then you get the loaders, you get the errors, that kind of thing. Now your Axios hook on mount is behind the scenes. It's going to be doing it probably this way. So if you need data, I don't know, you might, I don't know if you can like await. I don't think these are going in order. So they're probably getting shot off at like pretty much the same time. Cool. Where's my computer dying? Sweet. So now we have that. Let's go ahead and I think this is a good time for a break. So when we'll come back, we'll throw these, we're getting our data, we'll create some select boxes, and then we'll do an Axios post to create a score. Sweet. let's come back at, let's call it 10:40. Let's do a little longer break. And I'm gonna push this up to GitHub as well.